Welcome to the boggy swamp of the Drownholt. This is where I made it in the last episode. We finished up the mystery over at the Haunted Inn and what happened to that poor town and the four brave men who tried to resist the necromancer. They met their fate and the shades are riddled with guilt, but we have helped to at least bring some truth to that situation. And now we made it here to the swamp. Let's go ahead and get started with some of the quests here. Looks like there's lots to do indeed. Let me start over here.
How can I be of service?
Megovanen, I'm glad Athrodnir sent you to us, Melon. There is much to be done in the Drowned Land, for we are beset by many troubles.
Will you lend me your ear?
How eerie. I can see them from this very spot when they dare to come into view. Surely you have been hunted by them on your way here, have you not, Kippen? I'm speaking of the dire cat of this black vile swamp. I dare say those beasts have never had a wholesome meal in their lives, for generations uncounted. They seem to be driven mad by our presence, for apparently we and our horses seem like the best food that has ever presented itself before them. I do not like how they prowl and stalk. Please go and thin their numbers so that the good folk who may have need of travel can do so without being eaten.
Mind my words, traveler.
We are very busy here with planning our offensive, as you see. Unfortunately, this does not leave me with much opportunity to pursue my usual studies. I am a scholar of nature, you see, and there are many of my kindred. I have a great interest in the natural world, even one as corrupted and as this black forest. At home in Lorien, I have a great collection of water samples. It has taken me many long years to build. It would be a shame to leave Drownholt without expanding my library. You would be doing us a great favor, to both myself and my colleagues, if you would take samples from the pools in the Drownholt as you go thither. Such items would be worth more than gold to me, Kippen.
Stay a moment.
Hail, Warden, and welcome. I am the leader of this company, though I fear I do poorly with the safekeeping of our goals. Perhaps I am rather too lenient with the whims of my good people, for I gave Niftir leave to investigate the Whisperings, and now it has been many days since his return. The Whisperings, yes, have you not heard them? We all perceived the shuddering and discontent among the trees as we traveled through the Drowned Lands. Good Niftir wished to remain and hear them, but he is more concerned with the trees than with the orcs and the wraiths. He loves all forests, however bleak and black they may seem. I had not the heart to forbid him. Did I do wrong to leave him behind? It has been many days since we parted ways to the west of here in the heart of the swamp. I yearn to know if he has come to harm, but I do not wish to send others into the danger for my foolishness. For we are a precious few, and our mission is clear. I have already compromised our plans. Will you seek Niftir?
Will you lend me your ear?
How these fires smoke. How can this poor steed recover when all the air is filled with putrid fumes from the polluted kindling? This will not do. The firewood we have collected around this camp has been completely soaked through with the vile swamp water and dries poorly in this climate. It burns through far too quickly, and we must tend to it constantly. The smoke is terrible, as you see. I saw a rise to the west of here with some thick tree that seems to grow in a cluster. Would you be so good as to search there for dry kindling? You may be able to find some on that higher ground. It would be great help to us. So it looks like this is a repeatable quest. We might be getting into a few of those. Again, for the sake of this 100% playthrough, I only do repeatable quests once.
Stay a moment.
Welcome to our small stronghold, Good Warden. We are beset by dangers all around, both in the swamplands and beyond. There are many poisonous things, and while they do not threaten us, a great risk is posed to our horse friends, and those of other races who travel with us as well. I saw a fell glow of fireflies as we traveled here, and such a sickly light can only be poison from such creature. Could you collect stingers of these flies? I could use the venom stored within to craft an antidote, as a precaution. Please collect for me as many stingers as you can, but be careful. I do not wish to see you come to harm. These insects are strong and swift, and will have no mercy upon any who draw too near.
Will you lend me your ear?
We are terribly distraught, Reindeer. This dear one fell ill as we passed through the swamplands. It was day when we crossed the Drownholt, and Alagos bore me hither. But after a time, this step became slower, and the moment we had successfully defeated the orcs in a great skirmish, he collapsed where he stood. He seemed to sleep, but alas, he recedes further from my calls with every movement. I fear there is not much time to cure whatever malice ails him, Kippen. What wretchedness could affect him thus? The Dronholt is an evil place. Until we know exactly where this began, I do not think we can help him. I fear to leave his side, though. I am doing everything I can to hold him here. Could you go into the swamp and seek the source of this malady? Alright, so it looks like I've picked up all the quests. Let's head out into the swamp and begin doing some of them. So I need to kill tigers, I need to kill fireflies. Doesn't look like I need to kill crawlers or anything like that. I do need to collect water samples though. Oh, that's interesting. He pushes you back. He can send you flying. There's a terrible rancor about this particular pool. I wonder... Did she give me something to collect the water in? No, this was for a different quest. This was for what was affecting the horse. So I think I can get a water sample here. Need 10 of them? That's crazy. Swamp is pretty dark in the middle of the night here in Mirkwood. Let's see about grabbing that guy right there. And then we can grab these as well. There we go. And we got a big host to AoE down. Right. Another water sample. Looks like our friend Niftir is right there. But first, let me grab a few more fireflies. Bring them all in. That's a slow firefly. Alright. Looks like he's set up pretty well here. Nice little campfire.
Megovanen.
Megovana Melon. Nenahel sent you to find me, did he? I am sorry to have given him anxiety on my behalf, and I hope that he will forgive me. I fear I am not ready to leave just yet. Can you perceive the wrath and fury of the trees all around us? I must know what angers them so. Please return to Nenahel with my apologies and word that I am whole and well. Tell him that I will return when I can, but not before I attempt to discern what ails the trees of this swamp. I do not think they are evil. Alas, my heart is saddened by their pain. Alright, need to kill more swamp cats. Thought I saw another one around here, but maybe not. It looks like I'm done with the fireflies, so I'm only chasing cats and some swamp water for now. So I think I may have figured out why the music here in Mirkwood is a little weird. If you remember, in the first few episodes of the playthrough here for this season, the music would go out, and then I realized that it was after I left combat the music would disappear. But I think another association is that it only seems to happen during nighttime. If you remember, for the last few episodes, the music has given me no problems, but it was also daytime in terms of in-game time, so I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it as well, because now it's nighttime and there's no music. No, I'm a little to the south of the actual area of where there should be swamp water. Only need one more. A little to the north. There's one. Alright, time to go turn all these in. Should actually be getting decent experience because these are all green.
What do you need?
Well done, my good hobbit. I am sure the tentative paths of this swamp will be safer now for those who have need to travel. We can rest easier now.
Mind my words, traveler.
There's one more task I would have you do for us if you can, Randir. While you were away, I felt a great malicious gaze bent upon me from this very spot. My eyes were barely able to pierce this gloom, but I beheld at some distance a terrifying cat. He does not seem pleased with our presence in the swamp. I saw him pace off to the west, surely towards his lair, wherever that may be. This cat is as death itself, and surely you will find a trail of death around the home of this terrible beast. Go west if you dare, Kippen, and attempt to remove this great threat. He will strike soon if we do not, and I fear to match his will with such a fiend.
What can I do for you?
How wonderful, Kippen. I thank you. I think these will do very well for the purposes of my studies. I hope to learn much of Mirkwood from these drops, for they can tell me many long tales of the rain and plants and the earth of these parts. I suspect these will be sad tales, but perhaps some helpful knowledge can be gleaned from them in time. Interesting music here. It's kind of like a Cajun swamp music.
How can I be of service?
Niftyr lives. You lift a great burden from my shoulders with this news, Kip, and I thank you. You have been very helpful. I do wish you would hasten with his work, however. Perhaps you can help him speed this along, for I fear that further delay will compromise our aims.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
My host at the Maladrim will not be marching without Niftyr among them. I will wait for him, but we must not tarry long. Please make sure he knows this. If you can find a way to assist him so that the work does not delay him over long, you will be helping me also. Go back to Niftyr, Kippen, and lend what aid you can. I do not know if there is much that can be done for the poor inhabitants of this foreboding swamp. Many of my folk feel that there is no hope or heart left in the swamplands. But you should not despair. The fear from Dol Guldur has thrown a long shadow over the once fair woods. Yet the power of the elves is strong still. Do not give up hope.
What can I do for you?
Thank you, Kippen. You have done well to bring me these. Now I can set to work at making a draft that will act against the venom. What a sickly glow emanates. What a sickly glow emanates from it still. Sorry about that. Now I did forget to do the one where I have to get some dry kindling.
What do you need?
How awful. I could not perceive the difference when I walked through the pool upon Alagos, for the evil of the swamp is overwhelming wherever I go. I wonder what troubles the waters there.
Stay a moment.
There's a phenomenon that often helps in nature in which remedies grow hand in hand with poisons. Weeds that harm can often be found nestled among leaves that cure. Now that we know just what the source of this strange illness lies, we should search the area for any plants which may have grown to resist the harmful environment. If you see any plants that seems to stand out, can you collect them for me? I believe we can devise a remedy in healing herbs that can be unearthed from this polluted swamp. Return to that sickly place, skip it, and make haste. Collect as many plants as you can. Please hurry, Alagos is fading. Alright, let me pull up my quest because I missed the kindling one. I'll chop that down, I don't care. Lots of branches here. I started walking a second before I was done. That's alright, I'm not going back for it. I'll just start collecting some of these herbs. Ecologically speaking, this quest makes a lot of sense. You will often find some forms of life that grow around a source of harm, because obviously through the mechanisms of adaptation through many generations, life around the area of something harmful adapts to become resistant to it. So this makes sense. I did study biology in college, so I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I took plenty of classes in ecology. Interesting stuff. I love it. Man, lots of herbs to collect. I think 20 total, it looks like. Alright, I got all the herbs that I need. Let's see. Let me head over this way. Towards a quest ring. Talk to Niftyr. This is a small fellowship quest, but I should certainly be able to handle it on my own.
Megovanen.
Kippen, I am surprised to see you and very pleased that Nendhill sent you back to me. When we passed through the swamplands, we heard it. The wrath and pain from the deep within the hearts of the trees. The others took a wide detour to avoid the glade that seemed to be at the very heart of the malice. I have a way with trees, but I fear these horns. I am no warrior, you see, and I have been watching their movement from this outlook, but perhaps you, a worthy warden, will have better luck if you approach them. Try to speak with them, but do not let yourself come to harm. You might be met with much hostility if you dare this task. Be wary, friend. Alright, and where are these? I guess all through here there's one. I guess I'm gonna have to defeat 5 of them. Go. There's another one right there. I don't know why this is a small fellowship quest. These trees are not that bad. They're really not. Even at level 60, 62 or whatever level this quest is, you should be able to defeat these solo. It's only 11,000 HP. See if I can find one last one. I see it straight ahead. Alright, done with that. Approach the largest Merc horn and attempt to speak with it. There you go. Maybe that's why it's a fellowship quest. This horn's twigs shiver menacingly as you draw near, but it does not attack. It is a very old tree, and its will is strong. Surely this is the tree that the elves perceived as they passed Sad Marin. As you stand at its roots, your mind is impressive with the recollection of a fair green forest full of new life and full of fear ever growing. The green life withers, blackness, and dies. Evil poisons consume the very water and air. Okay, interesting.
How can I be of service?
That is a sad tale, Kippen. Most of the creatures you will find as you wander in this Tower Forest are evil and have always been evil. But trees have long, long memories, unlike the other children of Middle-earth. That is why they are so familiar to me, I think. It is long since these trees have had any hope, but they have not forgotten the brighter days. Poor creatures, perhaps I can devise a way to help them, if you could give me a moment to think.
Will you lend me your ear?
I can think of one small gesture that might do some good. The Maloran trees of Lothlorien, thriving under the power of Galadriel and the care of the Galadrim, inspire all those who harbor love of the wilderness. The Malorans will resist staying as long as the elves are here to tend to them. I want you to go to Mernael in Lothlorien at Cairn Amroth. Surely her heart will be moved by your tale as mine is. I would like to plant a Maloran sapling here in this glade. It will give hope to the Horns. I do not think it will fully quell their wrath, but it has been long since they have seen any light. They deserve a glimmer of hope, for someday the shadows of Dol Guldur will trouble this place no more. Go, Mernael. Go to Mernael now, Kippen, and see if she will help you. Alright. I'll do that in just a moment, but first, let me go take care of some of the other quests. Pool of Creeping Death. Look at this. Look at all these skeletons. Freshly mauled corpse. Alright, and here we have Mirefang. Sweet. Now let me try and collect some dry saplings. Or kindlings, I mean. And then I can probably port back to Lothlorien for that other quest, and then ride back here. Is it in the middle of the rock? It's very unfortunate. What is that? Oh man, it must be a roving threat. I can't wait till I'm high level enough to come do the roving threats. Some in the North Downs, I believe in Forkill and the Misty Mountains. I'll have to go back and do all of those. Alright, let me see my travel skills here. Not milestones. Let's see, Muster and Carascaladon. That way I can take a pony from there to Cairn Amroth and then grab a Maloran sapling. Man, the stable's kind of far, honestly.
Twilight Melon.
Really? Oh, come on. This stable doesn't take me anywhere. Is there another one right outside? I can't remember. I think there's 2 stables here. Yeah, there are. There's another stable right outside. And that will connect me to some other regions here. My mistake. Let's see. Yeah, there's a stable right to this little alcove here.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Remember, you're seeing some of these quest rings because there's a lot of repeatable quests here in LOTRO.
Welcome to the Golden Wood.
You indeed tell a sad story, Kippen. Thank you for offering to return to that dangerous place for such a generous deed. Not many outsiders love the trees as much as we Galadrim do. I only hope that I do not send this child to its death in that forsaken swamp. Please see that it is cared for if you pass by it. It has some power to spread its light and to dispel the cruel corruptions of Mirkwood. But nay, I will trust to hope. The power of Galadriel is in the very sap of this young one. Return to the glade if you dare, Kippen, and plant the seed. See that none disturb it. Alright. Back to Mirkwood. And I'll take a pony to the swamp.
Me Gavanen.
Alright, before I turn in all those quests, I would like to go plant this sapling. Actually, let me do something real quick. Let me make this my milestone. There you go. That might make life a little easier. I don't know if my cooldown will expire by the time I need to use it, but just in case.
Megovanen.
You have returned, I'm glad. Let me see what Mernael has given us.
Will you lend me your ear?
Here, Melon, take this seedling back and keep it safe. Do not let any harm it. Mernael chose a promising young Malorn, and I'm very pleased to offer it to the Merkhorns. Good fortune upon this venture, Kippen. I hope all goes well this time. Let's go plant it. You have planted the seedling. Alright. And I think now I'm ready to go turn everything in. I can't use my swift travel just yet, so I'll fast forward my way over there.
What can I do for you?
You have slain this menace then? Thank you, Kippen. I cannot tell you how relieved I am. I have not felt this rest since I first beheld the brutal beast.
What can I do for you?
Thank you, reindeer. These branches will burn much better than the soggy, rotting logs we picked up around here. This place will be a little more hospitable to us now.
How can I be of service?
Ah, Milon, I'm glad you have returned so soon. These are strange plants, are they not? I have never seen the like. I will bruise their leaves and see if I can infuse a worthy draught from their essence. Thank you most kindly, Kippen. You are indeed a great friend of the Maladrim. I see why Galadriel and Celeborn hold you in such high esteem, outsider though you are.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Alright. These plants you collected have already proven their use, Melon. You have an excellent eye for spotting healing herbs. I am very impressed. If you have any wish to cleanse that area of the horror that inhabits it, you should take the remainder of this draft. I have already proven its effect on dear Alagos, for I can feel his presence returning. Soon he will be awake. Drink it, and it will dispel the effect of the evil water. You may use time it buys to drive off whatever menace lurks there. Something saps the water, turning it to poison. Perhaps he can drive fear into whatever creature would have such a terrible effect on a place. This episode is running a little long, but I kind of want to go do this final part of that, because I feel like we're wrapping up here in the swamp. Before I turn that in, though, let me go ahead and reforge.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Greetings to you.
Alright. Let me turn this in.
How can I be of service?
You have not been gone very long, Kippen, but it sounds as though much has been accomplished. You have my thanks. I'm glad Niftyr will have fulfilled his wish to be of aid to the pained creatures here. Alright, done with that. Let's go do this final quest. The effects of the water should not hinder you now. I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking for here. But maybe I'll find something. Lots of bog lights. I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, it's telling me to defeat Boglights. I didn't even look at the quest update. Oh well. See if I can round up a few of these. Quite a lot of them, but thankfully they're all pretty well concentrated. Just round up as many as I can. I already killed 18 of them. I don't know why I'm going overkill here. Alright, I guess I'll just go back to the camp using my milestone skills since we're running so over on this episode.
What do you need?
You have done a great service to us. The lights that inhabited the pool were sapping the strength from all around them, growing more and more fell. I am very grateful for what you have done, Kippen. It was a brave deed. Alright, so looks like we are done with the quest here in the swamp. So what we'll do in the next episode, we may head to Emyn Loom. Or we may start working on the epic quest. We'll see. Either way, we will venture there together from this very location. So thanks for watching and see you next time.